Good excuse for not doing it.
Yeah, and I use more of deletion, so I delete all the whatever you say.
Filters.
But even that's a good idea too.
You do filter.
That's a nice one. When someone tells us, husband tells us, we can say, no, we haven't heard it. So we can also say that.
But then if you keep using it as an excuse, then you can rock the relationship. Because the person will say, okay, I heard it.
So you will stop telling.
But then that's again communication going bad. Is this clear? Okay, so this is about communication being verbal, non-verbal, a state of the mind of the receiver. And that's why it's like when you say it, or whatever you say, when you say it is very important. And the way you say it is very important. It's not that you can say everything at any time, or anything at any time. It may not have the impact. In order to have the successful communication, you got to wait. And there are people who actually wait for hours or days to just communicate one thing because they know now it will help. Business deals. Everything is not said like that. And not waiting for the next for the rest of the lifetime, but knowing or creating. Then we'll come to that. Is this clear to you all? Yeah. Now. Now, in order to have effective communication, there are three things that you got to do. Other than this, most of us don't have effective communication. Yeah? And then we keep wondering, I keep saying things or I keep doing things, but I am not achieving what I want, that result. That person seems to be doing whatever that person was doing, not changing or not really doing what I want them to do, or I am not getting the result that I want to achieve. And why is it so?
There's no clarity or there's no to what needs. When I'm asking or I'm talking with that person what I need, there's no clarity. Maybe that's the reason, or maybe the environment is too noisy.
You can do one thing. You can just give the bunch, 4-5 of them with one person so that they can distribute. That will be much easier. Just give a bunch to one side, they will just pass it on and rest of it to the other side. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sorry. Please.
Maybe there's no clarity what I want to communicate.
True. That is why you got to know what you
What I want.
So, the first criteria is to know your outcome. What is the outcome that you want out of the communication? Are you getting me? Yes? Got it? So if I want you to smile and I have a frowning look on my face, and then I keep wondering, why this guy never smiles at me? Because there's something about your outcome you're not very clear. If you want him to smile, then you've got to smile or say things that make them smile. But first of all, you've got to know your outcome. See, this in NLP, this is all done through exercises, right? Repeatedly. I'm just giving you the theory part, but this is all done through exercises. By the time you're out of NLP, you actually know how to deal with everything. Because for everything, there's an exercise. Simple exercises. For everything, there's an exercise. It's all experience-based, it's all activity-based. Yeah. First of all, you got to know your outcome. Now you know, okay, I want this. Second is,
There's a listener and understanding.
yeah, we completed all that. Means we are not touching upon that. Now we come to that.
No, he should grasp whatever he is saying.
Okay.
Whether you are, what you are conveying, whether he is receiving it correctly
Suppose that
or
person is not getting. Suppose the person is not getting it.
then you have to rearrange the words or your pattern.
Okay, so that means who has to do all the change?
Yourself.
Yourself, myself. Okay. Secondly, being having flexibility in your behavior to achieve your outcome. Like when he was saying that multilateral and bilateral, I kept asking him, and in that, what I was doing is that I was changing my questions. I kept asking different questions. I said, I didn't understand you, I didn't get you. And then in that process, I was getting my outcome. Because I was not getting him. He just gave the word bilateral, multilateral. I don't get it. But then I kept asking till the time I was very clear about what he's saying. And the best part was, he was also changing his words and he gave it in different words. So he was also being flexible. He said multilateral, bilateral, multilateral, bilateral. I will not understand him at all. So there was flexibility in his behavior and there was flexibility in my behavior. In order to understand him. To understand him is my outcome. Is that clear? Third. It happens in,
Opportunities.
it happens in so many relationships. Almost all the relationships.
Stop after you have finished.
Exactly! Once you got the outcome, you got to know that you got the outcome. Otherwise, you tell your spouse or your children, do this work. Before I come clean up this place. And that wife or that husband or the child has cleaned up the place, then you come and say, you've always been dirty, you know that. You never keep things in this. But yeah, I've cleaned up. But still, last time I told you, you never did. And you go on and on and on and on and on. Does it not happen in relationships? You keep going on and on. That's called nagging. Flogging the dead horse. Monotonous. Flogging the dead horse. And we continue it for years together. 20 years, 30 years, 40 years.
So,
And go to the grave. Go to the
so there should be appreciation.
anything knowing that you got your outcome. So if you tell your wife, clean up this place, she's cleaned up the place, you know that you got your outcome. Then, but if you go on,
Acknowledge
you don't do
it.
it.
Acknowledge it that it is done.
Because you know you got your outcome.
Then, but you have to inform the other person.
Yeah, or no, you got to know yourself. You got your outcome. Then only you can stop. Otherwise, it's like it's something
Going on and on.
You can appreciate, you can acknowledge, you can do anything. But only after you know that you got your outcome. Okay. Right. There's another presupposition that NLP has, and this is one of my favorites. Because when I read one of the books quite a few years back, I didn't remember anything of NLP because I can't remember the books. But there was one thing that I picked up. And I started basing my work and my communication on that particular statement. Okay. Most of the times, how we look at communication, or how do we deal with people, that I say, and you got to understand. Because I said it, like my wife said it, and she said, why are you doing it? Are you getting me? And most of the times we live our life like that. I say, you should get it. I said it so nicely, you know. But she took it so badly, or he took it so badly. So if the other person took it badly, that means what has been my communication? Bad. If that person got angry because what I have said, that means my communication conveyed anger. If that person, even if I got angry, and I said angrily, and that person says, wow, that person is concerned about me. So what did my angry communication, so-called angry communication communicate?